Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Rufus DIY. Pretty much my channel is just gonna be dealing with things that we think that is hard to do, but we can actually do it ourselves. Anyway, going on to this, pretty much gonna be fixing my car. It's actually a friend's car that had the MOT which failed, and pretty much what it was showing was that one of the exhaust systems, there was a leak. Pretty much somewhere there, as you can see in the picture, and that so that happened, and I went to get a quote from the mechanic, and guess what the mechanic told me? He told me that he needed to change the whole system from the bit where the catalytic converter ends with the flex, the back box, everything needed to be new. So the car is a 2006 Fiat Grande Punto, and pretty much the 1.2 litre engine. So the tools that I used was a socket, and pretty much a socket number 13. So you know what? Let me do it myself. Number 13 for happened. Pretty much just so that I could have support on both sides because the bolts do spin. Yep, so pretty much the leak was coming from that bit, the one that I'm bolting right now, and there's a section at just before the back box where that piece of the pipe where the flex is joins to the back box. So that's where there was a leak. So that did affect the MOT emissions, because when he revved it up, it was starting to blow. But it turned out to be something that's just a simple fix, but which would have cost me a lot of money. Anyway, you see the part what I'm talking about later in the video. So that's the section that I'm on about. Pretty much it was flexing, it was a bit loose, and it was tight, to be honest. It was actually quite tight, but it was flexing in between, as you can see in the video. So I had to pretty much get it off, get some gun gum, and then tighten it a little bit. Actually clean it up first and then tighten it a little bit, as the video will show you. Guys, forgive me on this one, but you know what, I actually don't care, because I'm gonna be banging on that flat screwdriver, because it's just only a quid. It doesn't cost much, so I decided to use that. And just to get the old gun gum that was stuck on it, that I actually put on before the MOT, as a last, it was an actual emergency, so I done it, but it didn't work out because it wasn't dry enough. And as you see, it just didn't work out. MOT failed. Holy shit, this is broken. And guys, always remember safety first. When you're jacking up your car, always make sure that at least you've got like the back wheels, the ones that are going to be in contact with the ground, that they should be wedged with something that makes it, at least that makes the car not move forward or backwards. And for extra security, for me personally, I would rather use two axle stands just to support each side, because once you jack a car usually high enough, right, from one side, safe the front or back, most of the times both wheels on one side will lift up, so it matters to just make it safer for myself. I don't have a rolling jack, so yeah, find this much safer. I would suggest buying a trolley jack, for you guys out there, because it's easier, it's probably much safer. But it just also depends. Like, I don't have one because I don't have a garage, so it's not really suitable for me because it would take up a lot of space in my house. So I just have the smaller one, the hydraulic jack, which, yeah, it can be annoying though, but what can I do? So the silver stuff that you see me putting on the exhaust, that's gun gum, which I bought from Europods for like 3 or 4 quid. Not that expensive. Easy to apply, it dries off and then it seals off. I did that actually as a guarantee, that I didn't have to do it, but it would just give me that guarantee that the leak will probably seal off when that stuff hardens up. So I decided to apply some gun gum onto the downpipe gasket, just to have some sort of guarantee that if there's any deformity in the pipe itself, like where the joint is, at least the gun gum will shape into it, and then once it hardens, it will be solid and most likely sealed up. So yeah, as you see, that's what I've done. The gasket itself cost me about what, £4.60, but which is not much. Get it on, and I'm just talking about what I could have paid instead of what I ended up paying with just a few, like an hour or less than an hour of a job. So now to just make sure that I've tightened the exhaust clamp, which I only got for £2.40 at Euro parts. Yep, this made it actually quite solid. The exhaust was moving all about, the blowing stopped, everything was working pretty much fine after this. So all in all, this effort actually ended up paying off, because looking at what I was meant to pay, which was in total about £160, it ended up actually being way less than that and saving up to £159, which actually worked quite well. And yeah, MOT came back as a pass. My mechanic was telling me that, hey, you actually need a new system, everything, you can't do it without it. But look what happened.